covered a lot of ground. There's a bunch of stuff that we didn't exactly cover. If you go to riverbed.com, you can see a replay of a webcast we did on the 26th where you'll see more of the SD-WAN parts of it, automating policies for how SaaS apps can go directly over internet circuits, versus voice over MPLS, et cetera, and see how that business orchestration goes. Last year, when we first briefed you guys on Project Tiger, a lot of it was vision, and clearly we wanted to spend the bulk of today on this. We have literally 2 minutes to go through some of the roadmap aspects.
They had lots of questions.
No, it's fantastic. So first, I'm going to try to go through it pretty quickly. First, visibility. Steel Central is an industry-leading application performance management and network performance management family of products. And we're using that capability to power the visibility through the SteelConnect manager that you just saw Angelo use. What this means, for example, is that telemetry that's coming from steelheads and the gateways that exist both on premises and in the cloud. Now, in the case of, say, you're running Office 365, you'll have the ability to detect if there's a performance problem, but also see, is this performance problem due to latency on the SaaS vendor side or across the wide area network, or is there something going on in my local area network? That's something that's unique to the Steel Central portfolio, both on-premises and cloud, and having that visibility from the NPM layer all the way into the APM transaction layer of code running on servers to see where exactly is the bottleneck that's going on.
Agent-based? You say code running on servers?
Yeah, I believe so.
Are we talking like WMI plugins and other things like that where it's got a polling mechanism?
I would have to get back to you on the details of that one. Good question. As you can see, I'm trying to run through a bunch of stuff from a roadmap standpoint. The key pieces. So 1.0 is everything that you saw that Angelo went through. In 2.0, there's a big emphasis on the native routing pieces so that you can eliminate the need for a traditional router if you choose to do so. Of course, and continue to operate in an overlay mode. From a hybrid WAN standpoint, there's also a big emphasis on the quality-based path selection. So the ability to set a more high-level policy of this is the type of latency or jitter or packet loss that I need to make sure is or isn't happening for a given application to function correctly. So those are the key things. The deep packet inspection engine to identify all the 1,300 applications that we do in Steelhead today. And then in the 3.0 timeframe, the really focus second half of this year is on hyperscale. And there's a class of problems in the data center around scalability and network interception. So how do you interface with the DMZ zones to make sure you're getting the right access to the application signatures? How do you make sure that the traffic shaping and steering that is going across these different circuits out of a data center is going to happen even if maybe you're deployed 2 or 3 hops away from that WAN's edge? And how do you steer traffic across overlay networks as well as MPLS networks? You saw some of that. It gets more complicated in the data center. There's also the time frame where we have the extensible services platform that'll combine WAN optimization along with SD-WAN and support for extensibility for third-party services. The last one I'll mention here is around Steelhead and SteelConnect, better together. So industry-leading WAN optimization coming together with the full capabilities that you saw here. The single-click provisioning into cloud that Angelo just demonstrated for SteelConnect, there'll be another checkbox where you can click and choose whether or not you want all of that access into those VPCs to be optimized as well with the Steelhead. With in Q3, the delivery of a converged box solution based on Steelhead CX70 appliances. So the latest Steelhead can run WAN optimization plus the virtual SteelConnect SD-WAN gateways all in one appliance. If you care greatly about the single box scenario. And then from a management standpoint, constantly working throughout 2017 to bring convergence of this management all through the same pane of glass. So that's SteelConnect. We're incredibly excited about it. We think that SD-WAN is just a starting point for the disruption and the revolution that needs to happen with networking. You need to think further of users, their devices, where they're connecting, how they're connecting, and what's going on to the cloud as well, and bring that all together with the same business-aligned orchestration mechanism. You can learn more on our website, riverbed.com/SteelConnect. Each one of you can actually register for your own access into a cloud console for SteelConnect Manager. You can play around with, you can create policies, you can download those virtual instances of the gateways, deploy it into Amazon. I did it myself.
The marketing guy can do it.
I am infinitely less technical than Angelo, but I literally have VPNs going into my Amazon VPCs at this point. And so it's kind of fun to play around with. And we look forward to coming back, visiting you again, and showing you some more of the tricks that you can do with this new platform.